The resurrection and the transformation of the living believers occurs at the end of the Great Tribulation, at the return of Christ. Then who are the two groups that are divided after Jesus returns? I've already referenced several places where it is mentioned in the scriptures. Again, most notable are in Matthew 25, 31 through 46, and Ezekiel 34, 17 through 31, where we see a dividing of the sheep and the goats mentioned. This would be the remnant that is still alive, but who are not transformed at the return of Christ, when the rapture or gathering of the elect occurs. Those selected to enter the kingdom would be the few that have not believed prior to the return of Christ, and who also refuse the mark of the beast. And they would have to come to a saving faith upon seeing the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings return to Jerusalem. Jesus will divide those remaining alive soon after his physical return to earth. Not all those remaining will believe or be spared by the Lord, only those whose names are written in the book of life. In Revelation 17:8 we read, "For those who dwell on the earth will marvel, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they see the beast that was, and is not, and yet is." No matter at what age or time you trust in Jesus as God who saves, your name is already written in the book of life, because God can't help but know who will believe. There can be people who are late in believing, but since they are part of those written in the book of life, they can be spared the complete delusion that will befall most of the world when the beast and the false prophet come on the scene. Seems like most are going to be fooled and take the mark of the beast, believing the lie, as we read in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 9 through 12. The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all unrighteous deception among those who perish, because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this reason, God will send them strong delusion, that they should believe the lie, that they all may be condemned who did not believe the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Note, those who perish are the ones who did not believe the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. We see that some survivors are chosen by the Lord to repopulate the planet during the 1,000-year reign of Christ. Those of us who are to be resurrected and transformed at his return will have glorified, spiritual, incorruptible bodies, no longer subject to death. Reference 1 Corinthians 15:44. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. If there is a natural body, there is a spiritual body. This is part of the promised first resurrection mentioned in Revelation chapter 20, verses 4 through 6 we read earlier. Okay, I've stated my theory on who is who.